Back straight. I'm still in frame?
You are still in frame.
Hey everyone, it's Raj. As many of you know, I don't do many unboxing videos and I also don't upgrade my filming equipment too much. So today, I'm gonna unbox and upgrade my filming equipment to the Sony A7 Mark III. The reason why I'm doing an unboxing is because stock of this is difficult to get hold of, and I know a lot of the people that follow me online are also content creators. I do not like the length of most unboxing videos or the level of detail they go into. So this is gonna be very, very headline. I'm gonna get straight into it. So, opening up the top, you've got a whole bunch of instructions, which when I was doing my research about buying this camera, there's already tons of really good videos about how to set your camera up. I'll try and link them up below or try to remember to. And therefore I probably won't be using that. There are three kettle plugs being like the figure 8 plug, some people call it. This is the UK one and Dubai one, which I'll be using right here. And then two others that I don't really recognize, but they're the typical ones when you travel. Inside the box itself, as you know, the A7 series is a key series for them. Branding is super important, so you get this strap, and the materials are really, really nice. So there you go. That looks super cool. I like it. It's obviously strong. They're not going to want anybody to damage this camera as a result of it falling off their neck. Next up, there is the basic lens. I'll go into what I paid and the pricing in a second. And then this sort of like sun cap thing. As you know, I'm not a detail-orientated person when it comes to knowing how these cameras work, so I don't know all the fancy names for everything. But I'll do my best. Now that I've opened it, that's the actual body of the camera itself. Is there anything else in here? Yep. So, nothing else. The battery. One battery. One weird little thing. Okay, let's look into that. I think I know how that works. So this is actually ridiculously cool. This is the transformer. How small and cute is that? It's got to be the transformer because the figure 8 goes into one side and on the other side must be this. Now, one of the big criticisms when I was doing the research on this camera online is that it doesn't come with an external battery charger. So out of the box, what they want you to do is use this battery charger and plug it directly into the camera. Why is that? I've had to think about that, and I think the reason is because this camera comes in at a very, very competitive price point, which I'll talk about in a second. So here is the body of the camera itself. Just as a reference, my other cameras that I've used before, I am a Sony man. I have used this Sony A7iii. This is my workhorse camera. It actually has additional sound capabilities through a hot shoe and 2 XLRs. So compared to a very small size camera, video camera, it's that size. Doesn't feel that much lighter. I don't know what the weight specs are. You can Google that anywhere. But it's not the lightest of cameras as a body. And then, of course, otherwise, I use a Sony A7iii. I would say weight-wise, if you're looking for a light camera, it's not the lightest camera in the world. But it is certainly small and compact. So that's what it is. As far as like charging it is concerned, I guess the charging goes in. On the left side, you've got a HDMI and headphones, so it's not that one. There's 3 separate compartments on the camera. And one of these must be for charging. Yep, USB there. There it is. So I guess that is how it charges, would be my guess. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, this is not about how the camera works, because I'm going to figure that out as I go along. Initial observations about the camera itself, though, is that I like this. This is really cool. They've got these really hard, strong set straps here for your neck piece to hold it. But I do worry, though, that if you're ever recording sound natively on the camera, that just, as you can hear, it's a bit of a maraca. The screen comes out, as you've seen on all of the videos, up, down, left, right. As far as it goes is like that. So if you're shooting above, what I do understand is that it's a really good right angle, above a right angle actually, if you look at it. So if you are sat with the camera low and observing from above, that's ideal. The build quality, generally very strong, no real kind of obvious hollow points in it. And then the lens, this is the standard stock lens that I got with it, and that lens would be a 28-70. Again, just by touching it, you can feel that it is not a cheap bit of kit. It's entry level, of course, but it doesn't feel like they've compromised on build quality, which sometimes you do get a sense of that when Canon give you their stock lenses. Let's mount it so I can give you a sense of how it is as a single unit. Again, first time doing it, so all you camera nerds, don't get fresh with me in the comments because I don't know how this works. I guess that would be it. Again, that's the standard stock lens. It's very much in the ballpark of a Canon 77D. And these super lightweight kind of like tanks of cameras, it's not that much like lighter than that. Actually feels like, and I'm right-handed, so that's my strong hand, but I feel like this camera is even heavier than a NX70 workhorse. In fact, I'd go as far as saying that it is. Up top here, you've got a hot shoe. One of the things I do like about it, especially being a dude with kind of small hands, is that it's a perfect fit for me. There are complaints of people with larger hands that the little finger does drop off at the bottom there, but I don't think that's going to be an issue for me. And it's a great piece of kit. Here's the, oh, we've not even put the battery in yet. Let's chuck the battery in. Ah, this is cool. It's just one of those doors that just stays open, and this pops inside here like this. And then you've got to manually lock it. It's a fair bit of kit. I can imagine that if you're a dude or girl that's running around with this camera, that you're going to feel a sense of tiredness after a period of time. It's not the lightest of cameras. It's not heavy by any means, but just don't expect something which is super light. And then yes, to my point about the charger, you can buy a separate charger that charges the battery externally off the camera itself, and it can charge up to 4, I believe. That comes in at around the £300 mark, if I'm not mistaken. And I think the advantage you get by not having an external charger, and I can't imagine how much it would cost Sony if you did, is that this camera comes in at £2,000 sterling or 2,000 US dollars. I bought it closer to the US dollar rate. I'm in Dubai, so I spent 9,000 dirhams on it. And then I also paid 12% extra to get 2 years accidental damage warranty and parts warranty as well, bought directly from the Sony store. Let's chuck this on. How do these go on? Done. So I guess that's what I'll be rocking at the moment. It feels like a great bit of kit. I've not done a significant upgrade of my equipment for quite a while, and subsequently some of the content that you'll see, especially like my podcast stuff, will probably be shot with this because it's a 4K camera, so I can still put video out in 1080 but shoot it in 4K and then crop in to a tune of 4 times, like four times zoom in, and not lose anything on my 1080. So that's it. What I want to know, and the reason why I've done this video, is if anybody is moving towards this camera, the A7S Mark II, the A7S Mark III, or the R series, can you please drop me a DM or a inbox, Facebook inbox, or wherever you see this, or just, in fact, just use the details below. Let me know how you're using these cameras and any tips and tricks. Why don't we go ahead and share them? But I've just opened it. I'm excited to use it. One thing I'm really excited about is the twin card slot. So the card slot at the bottom is for super fast SDXC Mark IIs, which is around the kind of 300 megabyte write speed. And then the slot 2 is just for more normal ones for cameras like this, like 100 megabyte write speed. So that's it, that's the unboxing, that's what you need to know. Again, you get this weird kind of sun cap thing, you get the lens, you get the body of the camera, you get a cap, you get a really incredibly compact, cute transformer, you get a couple of alternative plugs wherever you are in the world, and you get this cool strap, which I'll be using. That's it. I hope it was of value. Any of you guys that are switching from any other Sony or moving horizontally from the A7S Mark II or any of those cameras to this camera, or any of you that are switching brands from Canon DSLRs or more traditional cameras, content creators, let me know. I would love to build with you guys. I hope this video was useful. Wherever you see this video, like, subscribe, comment, help me out.